Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it, Diego Barisnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. They call him the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell him who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy, Uncle Hate, the other A in AA Sports. And no, we did not plan these white t-shirts. Sometimes we just really be on the same page.
What's good with you, man? I ain't even realize it.
Hey, you heard that?
What's that?
Listen close. Trae Young just missed another damn jumper.
Yo, he is bricking it up.
What?
Night two? I know I saw last night he couldn't hit the side of a fucking barn.
He doing the same thing tonight against San Antonio.
Gotcha. And this is Summer League.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. We're going to get on into this day, people. Of course, y'all know what. Y'all, it's NBA season. We got a lot to talk about. NBA free agency is pretty much the main and only topic circulating around right now. We got some few NFL tidbits and things to go over, but we're going to jump right on into it. But, yeah, it's summertime. You know how it is here in the A. I don't know about other cities. I think L.A. is kind of the same, but it's white tea season in summertime in Atlanta. So keep them fresh ones, them fresh gas station teas. Keep a couple of those in your trunk or in the backseat of the car. You never know. A fresh white tea is just like a clean outfit.
Switch it up sometimes, keep a V-neck and a regular crew neck. Because you never know, you're going to a nice little party. That V-neck, that's classic.
Right. See, I had to go away. See, I got the V-neck on now. I had to kind of go away from the circular neck. It was kind of choking me. The gas station was be kind of tight around the neck. You know what I'm saying? When you first get them. So I was tired of stretching the neck out. So I said, I might as well just go with the V-neck. All right. Well, that's it. So what's up, people? Y'all know what time it is. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Keep joining us on the Spreaker platform and listen to the episodes there. Also, those of you guys that watch us on the YouTube channel, we appreciate that. Keep watching, liking, hitting that subscribe button. Also, make sure that you share that with your friends and family. Also, continue to hit us up on the AA Sportscast Twitter page, Facebook page, and the IG page. You can always find myself at Diego Barish on Twitter, and you can find Uncle Hay at Rike6000. So, I guess we're going to jump right on into the big fish that was caught this week.
Yeah, man. We should give him the dub for not dragging this shit for 2 weeks.
I really appreciate you, LeBron James, for not dragging this out till July 10th.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. I mean, I didn't expect it on Sunday. I think the word was out it was going to be like today or the 6th. But shout out.
Yeah, I saw Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. So I think I had taken a nap Sunday and woke up and it was done.
I was like, dope, good. It ain't that hard. You know where you was going to go. It was either going to be Cleveland, Philly, or LA. One or the other.
Right.
So shout out to him for getting that done. But, hey, man, Magic got the big fish. And he didn't just get the big fish. He got the big fish to say he's going to commit for a while. Not no 1-and-1. Mm-hmm. He gave him 3 years, and the 4th if I want to come back. And I'm assuming he's going to take that 4th because he's going to be, 38?
Right.
When that roll
4 years, probably, about 40 mil, 40, 45 mil?
Yeah. So he should take that. I'm assuming he ain't going to be trying to opt out unless he opted out to go play with his kid somewhere, which would be dope.
Yeah, it would, but I think these next couple of years are going to tell whether that's actually got a realistic chance of happening. Of course, he can stick around and be garbage until Bronny get to the league, but I don't see LeBron James doing that.
No, I don't either.
So, like I said, you got a deal. 4 years, $154 million, like you said. 3 years with the 1 year with the player op, and that's something that we have not seen from LeBron in quite some time. Was the longer guarantee.
Right.
Does that speak more to, okay, he know he's on the back end of his career and he know he is in the city that he want to be in? Or is it kind of a slight to the Cavs like, hey, no, I know I was with y'all all that time and I never would commit. And here I go to this new team and here I am committing long term. Which one do you think it is more or less?
It's a bit of both, but the main thing I think it is, and you could probably speak to this being that you have a child, I think this is all about his kids. You know, his son's going to ninth grade, next year, I believe they said. So he wants him to play high school ball at the same place.
Right.
I think it played more into that at this time, too. You know, they got money. He was expecting to get, a superstar teammate. You shouldn't have problems getting people to come play in L.A., so it was time to set roots. I mean, you know, Cleveland versus LA, them calls shouldn't be that hard to make nowadays. LeBron calling, okay, bet I'm coming. You got $1 million, cool, I'm coming. You know?
Right. Like you said, with the boys going, trying to really just kicking their basketball careers off. And I think Savannah's got one or two businesses stationed out that way.
Yeah.
So it's easier for her to be more hands-on with that. Shit, I don't think about it. I think she still got the stuff in Miami too.
Yeah, I mean,
opened up that juice bar or something in Miami right before they left Miami. So,
and it's a way easier transition when you're moving to your own house with your own bed that you're used to sleeping in every summer. That's a much easier transition for them kids, you know, and himself, your cars, all of that. So it was the best thing for him to do. You know, we talked about it last week. I mean, you were the only one between us who was like, man, don't close that door. You probably ain't gonna leave. But his teammates kind of did that for us in the finals and the playoffs this year. So it was the best thing to do. It was the best thing.
Right, absolutely.
I still think it's gonna be difficult in a sense because you gotta win. You with the Lakers. They want you to win.
Right. I was gonna say that takes care of the why he possibly did it, the family atmosphere, and family playing a part into it and all that. Now let's talk about the basketball and what's going to happen on that 94 feet of hardwood. They are very young.
Yes.
Some of the moves that they made, in addition to LeBron James, initially I was like, I don't know. I mean, you signed Lance Stevenson, you signed Rondo, you re-signed KCP. Where the shooters at?
You know, I was looking at, because I wrote it on my notes, I didn't put it on the show notes. Portland made 2 deals that LA should have made. Portland got Nick Stauskas, a shooter, and they got Seth Curry, another shooter. They need both of them in LA more than they need Lance Stevenson. Hell, or Rondo. LeBron's a point guard. You got Lonzo there. You need shooters around him. Mm-hmm. Where are they at?
Right. So that's very eye-popping. I mean, Kuz can make a 3, but he's not the prolific shooter that you normally surround LeBron James with. You know, I've said I want to see him evolve and change his game up. I think he may have to with this lineup because this is not the stand around, everybody just kind of space the floor and wait for him to drive and kick out and shoot a 3. This ain't the roster to do that.
No.
So it's going to have to be something total. It's going to have to be a whole new setup. I kind of like the Rondo pickup.
Yeah.
For the mentoring of Lonzo, actually.
Yeah, that and the fact that that was a warning shot too. To me.
What's that?
We brought you in at number 2 last year. You know, we basically anointed you. You're Hall of Fame. Your jersey's gonna replace mine. Rondo's smart. You bring in a cat like that, he's gonna play. This should make Lonzo elevate his game. And I love Lonzo's game. People, we said it before on here. If his last name wasn't Ball, his father wasn't doing what he do, he almost averaged a triple-double as a rookie. It would be a whole nother ball game. All he got to do is make threes. That's it. If he's making threes, that'll change the whole narrative on his game. But Rondo's going to push him.
And he started to make those, and he started to make more of those shots toward the end of the season. You know, we live in a climate now that if you don't come in and light it up the first year, you a bust.
Right.
Same way we got to throw a quarterback in there the first year, and if he ain't in the Super Bowl by year 2, he's a bust. The shit is just totally tainted how the masses look at things right now. I think Lonzo's going to be just fine.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good ball player. I'll give you a basketball example of that. Remember Chauncey Billups? His first 4 to 5 years?
Chauncey went from the Celtics to the Nuggets, or was it Nuggets, Celtics?
Celtics, Nuggets, Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Detroit. You know, Chauncey wasn't
settled in at Detroit.
4 years, at least the first 4 to 5 years. And look at how he's looked at now. Man, you Hall of Fame worthy, Mr. Big Shot. Sometimes it takes time.
Getting GM interview opportunities.
Right.
No, yeah. Exactly. Sometimes it just takes time. Everybody can't be Kobe or LeBron or Kevin Garnett. You know, these guys that come in and light it up after just 1 year. It doesn't always happen like that. Most cases are not. You need it. You need time to develop. Now, do you think? Okay, now how much money does LA have left? Do we see them making any more moves? The Kawhi thing is kind of quieted down.
I wouldn't.
I think they pretty much did mostly all that they can do.
Yeah, unless they want to. The good thing about all these moves, they're 1 year deals. They're looking at 19. And, Magic said that about a week ago. It's not just a one summer thing. Getting LeBron to commit that long without a guarantee of anybody else was the first domino that had to drop. I'd stay pat. Everybody's still talking that Kawhi shit. Why? I wouldn't do nothing. Unless you're going to let me have Kawhi straight up for Brandon Ingram, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm cool. I can wait till next summer.
You wouldn't throw the pick in?
At this point, probably not.
Well, what? Let's see. What kind of pick they got? Is it next year?
It's next year, but it's the Sacramento pick. So that's going to be probably.
Is it protected? Is it what, top 10 protected?
No, that's no protection.
No, them idiots didn't protect the pick.
Yeah, so they're good with that. Wait them out till February. Honestly, we're going to talk about Golden State in a minute, but what they did yesterday, we already knew they were going to win, so why rush it? Why am I giving up young assets at this point when y'all can lose them for nothing?
Right, exactly.
I'd stay pat if it was me.
It's pretty much it seems like it's a game of chicken. San Antonio is holding out. Well, it's only been a couple weeks, but it seems like they are, holding out on getting the best deal possible. The best deal possible would probably come from a Philly or Boston.
Right.
But I know damn well Danny Ainge ain't giving up no assets for a rental. You can cancel that.
Not what they said they wanted, because we know this is line season. But if it's true, and they said they want 3 firsts and 2 players for a dude who said he want to go to LA, that's a joke.
Nah,
that's a joke.
They can have Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, and 2 picks.
I don't even know if I give a pick for them. If you're getting those 2 under rookie deals, that's enough.
Well, them rookie deals about to be over with. They're gonna
have to deal with them next summer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But they'll be restricted though, so which means they can, play the restriction game. It's not like they're unrestricted, but I'd wait it out. And at the end of the day, the Lakers won 35 games last year, and they ain't have LeBron or Lonzo toward the end of the season. So LeBron James, I'm thinking 8 to 10 wins, more.
I was watching probably one of the only shows I watch on ESPN in the morning, Get Up. I watch Get Up for basketball because Jalen's on there. I watched the other joint, Go Lick It Wingo. I haven't been watching them lately because it's been basketball, but when football roll around, I'll be watching them more.
Yeah.
But damn it, I didn't start rambling. I got off train of thought. What were we talking about?
We was talking about the Lakers. They won 35 last year, and they added.
Oh, they won 35. LeBron James, that's what I was getting at. They showed a stat that said each time he switched teams, the team, and this is even when he went to Miami, the average win increases by 16 wins.
Hey. And so home court in the West last year was 48 wins. They won 35. I think they the 4th or 5th in the West with what they got right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be right now you put Golden State above them. Put Houston probably.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I think they could be right there in that OKC, Utah, Portland, San Antonio. All those teams are going to be right there bunched together, probably just like they were last year.
I was just about to say San Antonio's going to take a dip. Shit, they ain't had Kawhi last year, so they
still won 47 games.
They still won 47 games, so Who's to say they can't do better? They ain't have them last year. So
right. And it's another team on this list that made the playoffs. They made it on the last day of the season. I think we're gonna get to them a little bit later.
Yes, sir.
But the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
From stuff that's been coming out and what came out today, I think we heard it a couple weeks ago too.
It's been out there.
Yeah.
It was about Wiggins before, but it's been out there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we'll touch that. But let's get to the Kings. Not only the Kings of the Western Conference, but the Kings of the NBA. Golden State goddamn Warriors picking up Boogie Cousins yesterday on a mid-level exception, pretty much like $5-point-something million for him to come in there for 1 year. Basically, he get the rehab. They say in December, January at the earliest.
After All-Star game.
So you know what that means. Now, he's talking about training camp.
Yeah.
No, chill out, Boogie. Just chill. You know.
Yeah, maybe March 1st. What they in a rush for?
Right.
Man, when this first came across my phone yesterday, I was out in the grocery store. And I was on this shit can't be real. Yahoo Sports, I don't know. This can't be real. They didn't add one of the top 5 free agents for peanuts to a team that's won 2 straight NBA titles, and they just swept Cleveland. They didn't do that.
And 3 of the last 4.
3 of the last 4. They didn't do that. They did. You know what this signing made me think? It made me think maybe I need to reassess my feelings of Draymond Green. Because Draymond adds extra value as a recruiter. But they said he spearheaded. He was on the phone with Boogie first.
Mm-hmm.
He got to the owner, then he got to Steph and all of them. But that means he done reeled in 2 big fish for them over the last 2 years. Fish that's gonna bring titles. So maybe it's a little bit bigger with him than just the play. Because Boogie for $5 million?
Right. Now, of course, got other little stuff trickling in today. Now, from what I saw today, they said nobody offered Boogie a deal. Then it came out that the Lakers, he called the Lakers and wanted to come on board with the Lakers for pretty much the same $5 million or so, and the Lakers declined.
Oh, that's a sucker move if that's the case.
Okay. And that's when he ended up reaching out to Golden State. Okay. Now, I guess other than him contacting the Lakers, the rest of the offers or lack thereof, there just weren't any. I haven't heard any. I only heard of the Pelicans 2 years, 40.
No, 2 years, 40, but they offered that as soon as he got hurt.
Right, that was in season. So we can't really count that because, I'm pretty sure he would turn that down in season, even after the injury. Huh?
Would you have did that?
2 years, 40.
I mean, you just tore your Achilles. That's
right.
$40 million right there. I think I would have took that. It's just 2 years.
Right, and they probably would have gave him an out.
Right.
But who knows what he was thinking at the time. Hindsight is 20/20, but it doesn't look like a good option.
Right.
Now, money-wise at least, but he's in a better situation probably. He gonna sit here this year, probably get a ring, right back on the market next year. If he healthy, he's still gonna get his bag.
I think the only thing that people have been saying, and it's true in a sense, he's not gonna be featured. He ain't gonna have that high usage rate he had. So,
right.
People talking about how bad his attitude was. When the last time we had a Boogie explosion? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but he still gets the text. And I think the bomb guy, Wojo. He was saying that's what a lot of teams had concerns about, not only the injury, but his attitude and how that would mix in the locker room. Which they're saying contributed to his lack of offers.
You know what changes attitudes, people's perceptions of attitudes? Winning. If he's winning and carrying on like that, you know what they're going to say? Oh, he has passion. He's all in. It's amazing how when you acting a fool losing, it's okay. You ain't shit. But, getting them texts in Golden State with that crowd going ape shit, they're going to love him. So it's a good thing for him. But I don't know.
Now him and Draymond might have a battle for who can get the most texts. And KD is wanting to play tough guy these days. He was getting texts left and right last year. I'm gonna throw this out there. Of course, I seriously doubt it's true, but I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a Twitter troll right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Boogie is in Golden State. Maybe LeBron and Magic sent him to Golden State as the mole.
Huh?
Maybe he's there to fuck up their attitudes and fuck up the locker room for that year and then bounce to them.
I mean, but for $5 million, at the fool, they're gonna cut him.
Yeah, pretty much. As I say, that's far fetched. But at the end of the day,
that was a win for them because you remember the times that Boogie's played against Golden State, he's on them. Draymond can't guard him straight up. So if he'd have went to the Lakers or somewhere and got healthy, and Draymond would have had to deal with him, he had toughness to that team. You think they're not bringing David West's old ass back, are they?
I'm not sure. Depending on probably what. I'm pretty sure he'll come back for like $1 million to $2 million.
He's still gonna play.
Take a look at what his contract is looking like. But
he brings toughness too. I mean, how the hell do you defend this team? You can't. So when Boogie's healthy, let's say March, April, somewhere around there, maybe February, he's down there on the block. It ain't but what 7, 8 big men in the league nowadays. You can't double him with all them shooters out there. You can't double him.
No, not at all. I mean, if we're talking about the contenders, because that's really the only thing that really matters.
Clint Capella's what, about 75 pounds lighter than him?
But he's long and he got length. He ain't frail. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're going to see. A lot of people up in arms about this. I'm not because, shit, I had Golden State pinned in to win anyway.
Either way. So it shouldn't be no issue. What people mad for?
Please tell me who y'all thought was going to beat them.
In 7 games. 4 times in 2 weeks. Who's going to beat them?
Right. So.
And either way it goes, people, one day, we got to have some time. We're really going to do a salary cap show and explain this stuff to y'all. They can't pay Clay and Draymond and give Boogie supermax money or max.
Exactly. They can't pay all 5 of them dudes max money. So this is going to be a 1-year thing. Just ride it out. Like I said, they going to win it. They's going to win anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Houston probably got a little bit, I don't say worse, but they down a little bit because they lost to Reza.
Yep.
Who else? Minnesota. We always talk about, and that's another thing I wanted to touch too. And I should have pulled up the numbers because I pulled them up early in the season because we've been still stuck on this stigma that the West is so. It's the death trap. You don't want to have to go through the West. Most of the teams in the West are mid-level teams, just like the good teams in the East. And when I looked up the records, conference versus conference, it's pretty comparable.
Yeah.
East, you know what I'm saying? When the East actually plays the West,
yeah,
they're not getting drugged. You know what I'm saying? They holding their own.
No.
So all of these mid-tier teams, Portland, Minnesota, Utah, OKC, these teams are not title contending teams right now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So let's kill this. We need to start this realignment of the playoffs. That's where I was going.
That'd be stupid. Don't do that.
Adam Silver, you've done a lot of progressive things in the league so far since your short time as commissioner. Most of them great. That would be a dumb one.
Yeah.
That would be the typical living in the moment right now. You know what I'm saying?
And I 100% get what you're saying, but about March or so, they're gonna start 5 Western Conference All-Stars from last year. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, not at all.
I mean, but like you said, we both expected them to win again. I think I said they had a good chance to win with KD at least the next 3 to 4.
And who knows what Boogie gonna look like? He's coming off an Achilles.
Achilles are not ACLs, people.
He's coming off of an Achilles.
Your career, it's not the same. An ACL, he might be dunking right now. He got hurt in February. An ACL, he just might be doing all that. Achilles, that's a whole nother ball game. I give y'all
another ball.
Give y'all one example that y'all probably would get, and it's fresh in your minds. Kobe Bryant got taken out by an Achilles, people. Got taken out by an Achilles. He was never the same. It's not the same. And Boogie's much bigger than him. But let's keep it moving. All right. Well, we thought it was out there in the streets that it was gonna happen, but I didn't know if it was gonna happen until I needed to see it happen. Paul George chose Russell Westbrook in Oklahoma over LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't want to hear none of that shit out that boy's mouth again about, man, it's about winning, B. It's all about winning. If it was about winning, you go play with one of the most efficient, unselfish superstars still in his prime in LA, if it was really about winning. It's okay to be in Oklahoma. I mean, I'm kind of glad in a sense that he stayed because you need a little bit of parity around the league, at least in my eyes. I don't want to just have every game, the team who's going to win.
Right.
Man, I just wish I was a fly on the wall to hear what Russell said to him. What has he been saying all year to get him to stay?
Right. But, in this, I think I might have read it somewhere, and it's kind of true. The days of the younger LeBron James and everybody wanting to flock to play with him are maybe gone.
We done seen, 2 examples? Well, not 2. I can't put the boogie on them because if he called LA for that same bread and they turned it down, I would be concerned. That would concern me. Why would they turn that down? That's so low risk. So low risk.
I guess maybe they needed something. Maybe they wanted to use or need to use that $5 million for somebody that's going to maybe help them this year.
Yeah, it's possible. But you gave Lance Stevenson 4.5.
He's gonna play the whole season though.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what it has something to do with that.
Yeah.
In the Lakers case, I'm not putting being concerned about his attitude in it. Not with the Lakers because you got LeBron, you got Magic, you got Rondo. So that could have been dealt with. Now, some of these other teams, him coming into some of these other lesser teams, then yeah, you may not want to stick that personality into your locker room, especially if you got a young locker room. So I get that, but I don't see that would have been an issue in LA.
So you believe that it's changed in regards to the superstars wanting to play with him? I kind of believe that too.
A little bit.
I'm with you on that because look at Kyrie. Kyrie started that wave last year. You're the best player in the world, and I don't want to play with you no more.
Right. And a lot of it does come from you are going to be the scapegoat when shit don't go right.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe Paul George just didn't want to deal with that. Another factor is if they do bring in Kawhi this year or next year or bring in another high-level talent, Paul George might be third wheel. Did he want to do that? You know what I'm saying? So
that was one of them situations for Oklahoma, kind of like what Atlanta had with Joe Johnson some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to always get the interviews or the meetings, so you got to overpay when you get people in the building. So they had to pay, and I'm not shitting on Paul George. It's still in my mind that Game 6 in Utah. I can't shake that. Joe Ingles ate his lunch 6 games to me. He balled 2 of them, but this was they had to sign him. They had to. Now, one thing I saw that came out later on about that, did you see what he could possibly do with this contract? How he can?
Yeah, I saw after 2 years he can get an extension.
Yeah.
And it can end up being somewhere up to
close to $300 million.
$300 million
over 7 years.
Right.
So maybe that was money.
Okay. But yeah, man, Paul George, so you think staying in OKC was probably the best thing to do?
I'm starting to. If he would have went to LA, I think we said a couple weeks ago we agreed Kawhi is better than him, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Kawhi's better, so he would have been basically in the corner waiting to shoot threes, guarding the best wing player every night. I mean, he would have got paid the same money, 4 years, over $137 million. But it's a difference when you're the clear-cut 2 in OKC and Russell wants you there. I mean, that's a dope environment when you look at them games on TV because they ain't got shit else there but college. So, I mean, that's a dope environment, and they love him there. So,
I think Russell realized that he probably had to go that extra step to recruit and make him feel comfortable. Otherwise, he was going to be Dolo.
Yes. Again.
Or, I'm sorry, he would have been stuck with Melo.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about Mr. Melo in a bit. But, yeah, he had to. He had to. And before, we talk about that boy's self-check on here a lot, Mr. Roberson. But before he got hurt, they were playing top 5 defense, and they were winning. Before he got hurt, because Paul didn't have to guard the best defender. He could have rested guarding the best scorer. He could have rested. He didn't have to chase Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs the way he did last year. They could have put Roberson on him. So maybe they run it back. They get better. But they got what they got. Russell took that Supermax. This is it. So we're going to see.
I'm expecting Jeremy Grant to get more minutes this year. I think he did a solid little job in his, the limited time he got to play last year. A lot of it was because Roberson was out, but I think he showed them that he can be an asset, to the team.
When we were younger, we talk about basketball. I try not to sound like the old man on here talking about the way things were, people. But it's sad nowadays that you think the only thing people need to do to work on their game in the summer is shoot threes.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Ain't no working on footwork too much. No working on post moves.
Because he was an athletic big coming into the league. Now he has to transform into a stretch four. He has to make it work. He has to transform into a stretch four.
Wow.
But hey, that's the league today. Okay, this deal here, we knew it was coming, but I guess it kind of worked out for Houston. They gave Chris Paul 4 years, $160 million. They didn't really have a choice if you think about it, but he's 34 now, I believe, 33?
33 or 34, yeah. Because I think he'll be 37 the last year of the deal.
Okay, so
they did a 4-year deal. I guess Houston came up a little bit by not having to do the 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
So that was a small concession. But they ain't even running it back.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
You notice, basically everybody who played defense was up. Luke, I can't pronounce his last name, Butte or something.
Yeah, UCLA cat.
Yeah, UCLA cat. He's free. Ariza's already gone. I don't understand what they're doing with Capella.
Yeah, now they say I heard right before we went on air, the first offer that they gave to Capella, he wasn't feeling it.
So they must have tried to chump him.
I think they tried to chump him. And with the restricted free agents that think they are max players, that I think that kind of happens. Get humbled by this little offer right here. You go out there and see what you can get.
Yeah.
You restricted. At the end of the day, we can match if we need to.
The dope thing about the NBA compared to the NFL, I love with this restricted shit, it's only 1 year. With the NFL, they're up to match you, but then they can franchise you 3-4 more years.
Yeah.
So I take that. You want to sit there and match me, cool, no problem. You do know I'm gone next summer, right? You do get that. But
I thought with the matching, it has to be the terms and everything has to be.
Well, that's if they match the contract. But if they do that qualifying offer, you can sit there and say, okay, I'm just going to take the qualifying offer for 1 year, and I'm just going to go. Right. If you don't get a good restricted, offer sheet. And that's what I would do in most cases before I get jerked in the stand somewhere longer than I want to. I would look into that. But Houston's going to take a step back in my eyes. They really are. The dudes who play defense are pretty much walking.
Yeah.
And if y'all counting on Chris Paul at 30, 34, 35, 36, and 37, he's already slowed down people. I know he balled in that series against Utah. A lot of that shit was wish shots. He wasn't even looking when he threw some of them shots up there. He slowed down already, done turned into a bit of a foul monster in my eyes. But they had no choice. They had to pay him.
Yeah, they did. Otherwise, we talked about it right after that series ended with Golden State. You pay him or you left holding your nuts.
Basically.
Pay Capella or you left holding your nuts. And you left with James Harden standing at the top of the key, dribbling the damn shot clock out.
Hey, but he be cooking sometimes, except for in the playoffs when it counts.
I was about to say, except for in the playoffs.
When it counts.
When it counts, rather. You're right. Exactly when it counts.
All right, Lob City's officially over. We talked about it last week. It's over now. DeAndre Jordan opted out and got the exact same dollar deal to go to Dallas. I think that's a solid pickup for them. The rest of it, Julius Randle to the Pelicans. I kind of like that. How you feel about that?
I do. I like that. I like Randle to the Pelicans. Now, my only concern with Randle is I don't know why, but certain players give me once I get my money, Back to the bullshit.
You know why I feel different about him? Well, I could be wrong that because he did lose the weight because he knew them deals. He had to get that bread coming up. So if he shows up fat, eating beignets and all that bullshit in New Orleans, then you'll be right. But he lost the weight because he was bigger when he came out.
Yeah, and he's definitely got the talent. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't see the work ethic those first couple of years like we saw this last year. So he's gonna have to prove that he just didn't do it to get the check.
Right.
And now he's gonna slack off because Anthony Davis is unrestricted next year, right?
I want to say it's next year or the year after.
Yeah, because I want to say it's next year. If he is,
he can opt out next year.
Yeah, he can opt out. That's what it is. He can opt out.
Okay.
If they don't make some strides or stay with exactly where they were, he lost Rondo.
That's a huge loss to me.
That's a huge loss. We saw what Rondo was able to do in the playoffs with them. It allowed Drew Holiday to play off the ball. I want to say Rondo had 20, 21, 22 assists in the game against Golden State.
Man, he was the only person on that court that wasn't scared of Draymond.
Right.
But FYI, people, Anthony Davis just bought a $8 million mansion in LA like Sunday. So this chess, people. Just FYI.
Hey, Magic's he got to do something. He got to do something.
If they can find a way in 2 years to end up with LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Anthony Davis, they got to build him another statue. They already got the one for the player. They got to put an executive statue out there. They got to.
Hey, man, I'm Irvin, man. I've been in 9 finals, man. This is nothing.
But, yeah, they going to miss Rondo. Rondo keeps getting these 1-year deals, man. When the last time he showed his ass?
How many was that? 2 years ago? 3 years ago when he quit on
That seemed like that was longer than
Dallas?
He quit on Dallas.
How many? He was only in New Orleans.
Chicago, New Orleans for a year, Sacramento for a year. So it's been like 3 years. So it's been 3 years.
I'll say because I think 2 of them teams he played for within the same year, right? Because he got traded. Or no?
Sacramento 1 whole year. Chicago 1 whole year.
Dallas 1 year.
1 whole year.
Okay.
And it might be another team somewhere in there. It just might be. I
Okay.
think Dallas was the team he got traded to from Boston middle of the season. And he quit on them. That boy cost himself so much money. Good Lord. But he ain't get a 2-year deal. 2 with an option? Something? Shit.
Yeah, I mean.
Anywho, Aaron Gordon, he they like we say, they always take the first deal. Always take the first.
Yeah, you gotta take the first deal. While you're young, it's about the money.
So 4 years, $84 million to lose in Orlando for the next few years. And I guess I'm just ready to see what happens with the rest of this. We ain't gotta talk about all these deals. Avery Bradley staying in LA, that was clearly a money deal because he was not gonna get 12 and a half anywhere else. But their backcourt situation is so fucked up to me. I mean, so many players in the backcourt in LA. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but that's the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, I would think if they're young, I would think every Bradley's got to play.
Bradley, Lou Will, Pat Beverly still there. They drafted 2 guards this year. Still got that Spanish dude with the beard from last year. Don't got a shape.
Yeah. Out of what's left, I'm interested in Marcus Smart. I want to see what happens with that situation and Jabari Parker.
Well, I kind of feel like Jabari's bread got gave out to Ilyasova.
Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about them talking and doing anything, so he's probably out.
Yeah.
He's probably out in the Bucks. Now, what kind of money is he looking for? What's the market going to be looking like? Is he going to go to a rebuilding situation? Will he take a 1-year deal somewhere like everybody else? I think I would do the 1-year deal if I'm Jabari Parker because you got the injury concerns.
I know it's not a popular place, but I heard Utah. I think that'd be a good spot for him. They don't have a small forward. Well, they got Ingles, but he's not really a starter. He shouldn't be. But that'd be a solid place for him. Good coaching.
And now that you bring up Utah and Jabari Parker, he is a Mormon.
Didn't know that.
He's a black woman.
Yeah, now I heard that Chicago was talking to him.
Yeah, you don't meet many of those.
No, you really don't.
Yeah.
You really don't. But he could go home to Chicago. But Utah seems like a solid place for him.
No, I forgot about. I like that better than Utah.
I guess I like Utah better because they got better coaching and it's a better team around him. There's not a lot of scorers on that team, so it'll be pretty much him and Donovan Mitchell. Rudy's not a scorer. Rubio's not a scorer. So he can walk right in there and probably get him 20. Well, they got Jay Crowder in the way, but Crowder,
they just I guess Jabari is he more of a 3 or a 4?
Well, in today's NBA, he's probably a 4. In today's,
they re-upped Derek Favors.
That's true. Yeah. So they may not have no money for him anyway.
Yeah.
So 1 year, take that 1 year, holler at him next year, see what happens from there. Zach LaVine is out there. The word got out that Atlanta was looking at him. Wouldn't be mad at that. Wouldn't be mad at it at all.
Yeah, I mean, we can take, we'll take whatever right now. If LaVine can come in and give us some highlights and some shit like that, put some butts in the seats, give us a little bit of excitement, hey, so be it. But one glaring thing that I'm looking at this free agent list right here.
Yeah.
In a day and age where 3-point shooting is so needed, ain't no 3-point shooters on this list.
Wayne Ellington's the only one.
He's the only one. Did he already re-up with Miami?
Not yet.
Magic Johnson.
I think like Philly should have been hollering. Now, what you think about it? I kind of felt like Philly is going to take a step back with that because they didn't really take off until they got them shooters from Atlanta. You let them shooters go, you only keeping JJ. You need shooting on a team with a dominant big and a point guard who does not score. You need shooting. So I kind of felt like for the money that Bellinelli and Ilyasova got, they could have kept them.
Yeah, that's gonna be some big losses. You're right. So that just means that Ben better be in the gym this summer, and him and Fultz.
Left hand.
Him and Fultz have to step up.
Yes.
Otherwise, mid-season, end of the season, Philly gonna be looking stupid for letting Ilyasova and Bellinelli both walk.
Yes. Because, you remember, they did not take off until they raided Atlanta for them shooters. Mm-hmm. It changed their whole thing. But, I think they're looking at 19 also because I can really see Jimmy Butler on that wing for them. I really can. But maybe they don't have a chance with that because it's out there in the tea leaves that him and Kyrie want to play together.
I can see them. I can see those two going to New York.
It got to be Brooklyn, though, because
either one, really.
Well, the Knicks will have to create the space. They'll have space for one of them, but they got to create the space for the other one. But I would rather play with the Knicks than Brooklyn if it was me.
Yeah, I think they can do it.
Trade Hardaway. Minnesota.
I think we talked about the other night. We have to trade Hardaway and somebody else is making like $7 or $8 million.
The money, Jimmy's at what, 20? So
yeah,
it's got to be at 18 to 20, so they can.
Yeah, Hardaway's at 18.
Yeah, that's a match.
I think it was Courtney Lee that's still there that's making like $7-8 million.
He's about to expire at some point. Shit, we talking about Tibbs up there, dog. I'd offer Joakim Noah straight up. That's his homeboy. He might do it. Essentially, they got put on notice today. If this story is true, they got put on notice.
Right. Let's go ahead and get in. Let's go ahead and get into that. So, we talked about early in the season it leaked. I think it was after Minnesota got eliminated.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler wasn't too happy with Andrew Wiggins' work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's coming out today that he fed up with the whole damn team.
Mm-hmm.
Say they're young, they don't work hard, they ain't taking this shit seriously like he do.
Right.
And if that's the case, he in that locker room, he feeling it, and he's saying most of his issues with Cat. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
That's a problem when you at odds with arguably the best player on the team.
But Minnesota could have solved that by trading him for that number 1 pick.
They
I felt like that was the best thing to do at the time.
I don't see this situation ending well. If you look at how they played in the playoffs, you got Tibbs there. We know he is straight defense, ain't no creativity on the offensive end at all.
None.
He weren't even getting Cat the fucking ball. In the playoffs, he getting.
Did you think Cat was
7 shots a game?
Did you think he was hungry trying to establish position, run the court? Because Tibbs was calling him out for that, talking about he got to have more energy.
Yeah, and he can give a little more. But I also know with young players, if they feel they're getting slighted or feel they're getting shortchanged, they kind of shut down.
Yes.
So that's something that they're gonna have to work through. But you can't have another star player on the team saying, "Hey, the hell with all y'all."
So basically, what you're saying is their big three. One dude out of their big three is saying the other two are lazy. He ain't gonna stay.
Pretty much, and I don't see any other. I don't see Wiggins or Towns stepping too.
And essentially, now when they made that deal, we both agreed it was solid because they needed a vet. But if he leaves, you basically gave up Zach LaVine. And from what I don't watch a lot of Chicago games, but I hear the big boy out of Arizona marketing. I hear he's solid for them. Had a really good rookie year.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
So you gave up two solid players for a cat who's gonna leave. But I want to say I said that right after the playoffs. I'm like, shit, they on the clock right now. Once that series is over, you're on the clock. And he pretty much put you on notice, like, hey, y'all might want to do something right now.
I mean, he said it. Now watch they sit around and not trade him, and he walk for nothing.
So basically, the good thing about it I like now is the trade deadline ain't the end of February. It's like the first week of February.
You gotta make a move.
So that was solid to move that up. Y'all on the clock, B.
You gotta make a move.
You gotta do it right now. You gotta take what you can get right now.
Right. I mean, I don't see any other choice. It's July, the beginning of July. Mm-hmm. And this dude saying, I don't fuck with y'all. Are y'all lazy?
Hey, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, and KP, that's pretty solid in the East.
I tweeted the other day, I was more happy where everybody was bitching and complaining about LeBron James before they was bitching and complaining about DeMarcus Cousins going to the Warriors. My thing was, I'm just glad that the Lakers are relevant again.
Yeah.
And you have the Lakers, the Sixers, and the Boston Celtics all relevant at the same time. That has not happened in I don't know when.
A very long time.
You know what I'm saying? And I said also in the same tweet, if we can just work on the Knicks.
Did you hear that it's kind of out there that he may sell the team?
James Dolan?
Yeah. They said he's establishing different corporations for the Islanders and the Knicks. And they said that's the beginning stages of selling that team.
Oh, he's splitting everything up because everything is under one roof right now.
Yes. He could get $5 billion for that team, couldn't he? If they worth 3.
I would say what they worth right now, 3?
About 3.
He could probably get 4. They got to win some games. They selling
out now, and they losing.
Yeah.
And you get the building.
Like I would say, he owns the the rights to the building or whatever with the building. Yeah, you can probably. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you might can get
5. I'd sell 5.
Hey, and when you got the gambling money coming in soon.
Yes.
They're finna start. I mean, some teams. I don't think all teams did it this year, but you can start placing the ads on the jerseys.
And you know what? You said something about that the other day. We were talking about people with this luxury tax. That's the way to eat into your luxury tax right there, ain't it? Throw a logo on there. You get $1 million or so a year toward that. So that ain't bad. But yeah, man, if he sells that team, that becomes really attractive. Really attractive. So that's I saw that out there the other day. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and I think I saw too that KP met with management and he back on same page. He back on board and everything. I think I heard he was a little disgruntled a little bit at some point. So he's back and ready to rock. Now when he's coming back from his ACL, who knows?
You know how they do, dog. You get hurt, they red shirt you. He ain't gonna play next year.
From an ACL though?
You know how, man. But one thing with him though, it's different with those extremely tall dudes. They be real cautious with them.
Yeah. What, January or so? Because it was right before the All-Star break, right?
Yeah, and they were on the way to possibly getting in at 8, right in the playoffs. So, I just hope they give Fizdale time to get it done. But if I'm Minnesota, I'm looking at that New York roster. Hardaway's not that bad. I can rock with him. They have not many more young players, but if they get Jimmy Butler to the Knicks, Danny Ainge need to go ahead and trade Kyrie Irving somewhere because he'll probably leave.
Yeah, because he already pretty much said, I'm not doing no extension. It doesn't. One, financially, doesn't make sense for him to do an extension right now anyway. Right.
It didn't make sense unless Minnesota came at Boston for Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, for Butler.
No, is that enough?
If he's leaving next summer,
No, yeah.
in that case, if Danny pulls that off, you're gonna get Kyrie to resign.
Okay, so then what you doing with Tatum or Gordon?
If this whole conversation about Kawhi Leonard to me is a joke, because I would have offered Gordon Hayward like as soon as the news got out there.
Man, nobody want Gordon Hayward. Nobody want him. He's a solid player and everything, but nobody want him.
Well,
you got to come back and show something. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, the lights.
He's not movable. He's not movable right now. I don't think.
The lights are going to be brighter now in Boston compared to in Utah.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a little bit different. But hell, he's going to be an all-star off top because ain't nobody really left in the East. But I don't know. Either way it goes, I guess we need to put Boston in that same category. They're on the clock too.
Damn, I just thought about that. Who all-star spot LeBron James taking?
Shit, Paul George ain't going back to the All-Star game. We know Boogie's not going this year because Boogie made it last year. He ain't
Paul
going.
George a guard. He might still be all right.
Well, he's a guard forward, but I mean, we got that. We can say that for another show because I was thinking about that too. Because it's going to be hard to figure out the Western Conference All-Stars. That's going to be pretty difficult.
If I had to go right now, because they still do front court, back court, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no Steph, Westbrook or Harden in the other spot.
Yeah.
And then the forwards, LeBron, KD.
You know they're gonna put Clay because they're gonna be up. They're gonna be one in the West. So you might as well say
Clay a guard. Clay gonna be on the bench.
But you said you starting off with the guard, so you say Steph, Clay, Harden, Westbrook. So that's 4.
Clay ain't starting.
No, okay, you talking about starters. Okay, I'm sorry. You're talking about starters.
Yeah,
okay.
This is starters. You know what I'm saying? Who's starting spot he taking?
Boogie. They'll probably play AD at
CF. Okay, yeah, because it was front court. So there you have it.
Yeah,
there's no center. There you have it. Steph, Harden, or Westbrook. Those two I think are interchangeable.
Yeah.
Because Steph gonna probably lead in voting.
And AD.
KD, LeBron, AD. There you go. All right.
They better keep that pick and shit. Because if they let the West play the East with that starting lineup, don't even play. keep that pick and shit y'all got going on right now.
I want to see that a couple more years too. I want to see that a couple more years too. I like that format.
Yeah, it was a little bit more entertaining. All right, I got on here the standings for the East and West. One signing that came out right before a couple hours before we went on. Dwight Howard ended up in Washington. I like that. We kind of saw that coming, but they signed him for the 1-year deal because he got bought out. We know Cleveland's gonna fall. Looking at that, I don't see no other teams below this 9, so I'm just taking Cleveland out and just moving everybody else forward. Detroit should make the playoffs. They got better coaching, but the West is going to be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more interesting.
Who do you see falling out of the West? Well, I guess it would be Minnesota. Yeah,
Minnesota.
It would be easy to say that. So,
and I mean, even watch for New Orleans to take they got Randall. Does he replace Rondo? I mean, I know they don't play the same position.
They signed that boy. You remember they drafted him. Orlando drafted him, the Peyton kid.
Yeah, for Peyton.
Yeah, they said he was, a Rondo clone anyway.
Is he in New Orleans now?
Yeah, they just signed him today, I believe.
Okay.
But you know what? They should have kept Rondo on that team, man. They were a veteran-laden team. They played good defense. He moved that ball. That just don't make no sense to me why you would break that up. I mean, I guess it would be salary cap situations because it's not like their cap is great. But
it's gonna be crazy because you look at the standings from spots 3 through 9: Portland, OKC, Utah, Houston, but New Orleans, San Antonio, Minnesota, and Denver was the ninth seed. They didn't make it.
Yeah.
All of those teams are only separated by 3 wins.
That's it.
And now you got to throw the Lakers in that.
Right.
So you got about 3, 6, 7. You got 8 teams vying for 6 spots. Because you got Golden State, Houston, pretty much 1-2, right?
Yeah, unless somebody get hurt.
Yeah. So I can easily see Minnesota dropping out. I can see Utah possibly dropping out. Even San Antonio.
Yeah. Let's talk about this Melo problem real quick.
All right.
It's not even really a problem at this point to me because once I saw this breakdown here, it's not a problem. Melo won't be on the Oklahoma City Thunder, people. He won't be. When it comes down to it, if they keep him and the team they currently have, they'll be paying out $300 million in salary and luxury tax. Oklahoma City. Okay. If they let him go, stretching his $27.9 million, they'll be paying $211 million total between luxury tax and salary.
You got to stretch because the salary ain't the issue. It's that luxury tax.
It's that luxury tax.
$150 million in luxury tax if you keep him. It goes down to 68 if you make him bounce.
So we're talking about $97 million in savings, and he gave you 11.8 and 38% from the field in the playoffs. Gotta go. Some stories be decided before they even go public. Last I heard, Melo wasn't at that party Saturday. He wasn't at that party. And what's funny about it is, when he was flexing in Paris last week, he was with Nas on a couple of those pitches. So Nas had to know that they wanted him to come perform at that house party in OK.
I didn't think about that.
He was just with him, cuz, flexing. Yeah. And he wasn't even at the party. Hey, dog, $97 million. It ain't so much they can do in Oklahoma City to raise revenue to get this situation straight.
Right. And you know what? And that brings up, going back to square one, brings up the question. Now, the Lakers, they gave Lance about $4 million. What did they use to sign him? Cap space or one of the exceptions?
The 4.5.
The 4.5. So they still got the $5 million exception, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they told Boogie nah because that's going to Melo.
I wouldn't give Melo. I would maybe give him the 5 because now if you look at the numbers, he did put up 16 and 5 in the regular season. The only thing that hurt him in the playoffs was the defense, and he was shooting 21% from 3. But I've been saying the whole time he's gonna end up in LA with LeBron, either LA or in Houston, one or the other.
Yeah, because I'm in the minority. I don't think he's totally washed.
No, he's not.
I don't think Oklahoma was a good fit.
It wasn't a good fit, and people are sitting there. It's on every damn show. They are blaming him for all of this. People, his job in Oklahoma was to run to the corner and stand there and wait on the ball. Now, Russell would come down and chuck up 12, 13 threes. Paul George would disappear from time to time. His only job was to go in that corner and wait to shoot threes. But It's all his fault. Donovan Mitchell wasn't cooking him. He was cooking Paul George.
Yeah.
Joe Ingles was cooking Paul George. Ricky Rubio was cooking Russell Westbrook. But they're blaming the whole shit on him. That boy has been a scapegoat pretty much since he went to New York. Everything is Melo's fault. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. But, yeah, he's going to end up on a playoff team this year. I do see that. And he'll make some shots for LeBron. He definitely will.
Mighty funny how shit'll turn around, right?
It sure will. Mike, man, could you not see Golden State throwing him that 1.2, let him come there and shoot some threes and them get a ring? They giving rings away like Oprah was giving gifts. They're giving rings. It wouldn't even surprise me at all, cuz not at all. Wilson Chandler got traded today to the 76ers for cap space, basically. Well, we got cap space. They gave us a second-round pick. Well, not us, but Philly. This has not been a good offseason to me for Philly.
I mean, they lost those two players. Wilson Chandler, I like Wilson Chandler's game. He's not the marksman, three-point shooting wise like a Bellinelli, but I think he brings more defensively to the table than Ilyasova and Bellinelli.
I'm good with that. But this is where I'm going with it. Would you have kept the boy from Villanova?
Oh, Bridges?
Yeah. I think that's where I'm looking at it. You lost your shooters. This was from what everybody been saying. This was one of the top picks, ready to play. You know, as a shooter, 3-and-D guy, played good defense. Okay, you let him go. You bring in a project from what they say with Jair Smith. Now you got that Miami pick in 21. I think they were trying to use that to get Kawhi or somebody. If they don't get Kawhi, you let all your shooters go. You brought in a project and you bring in an expiring contract.
I think that may have been the gamble. That may have been the gamble that they were trying to make. Flip. That's why I don't think they knew about the trade when they drafted Bridges.
Okay.
I think it came after.
Yeah.
Which is why I think they took the pick thinking, hey, maybe we can use this pick as in a package or something to flip for somebody else. That's the only thing I can think of.
And I still think they're going to trade Kawhi to Philly. I do believe that. Because those are Popovich's people running Philly.
I was about to say, though, because Philly don't have nobody running the show, really. You got Brett Brown running the show.
He's in charge. And he came from San Antonio.
He ain't no GM, though.
Nah, he's not, but shit. I mean, he's calling the shots at this point. Pop would deal with somebody he know.
But it's showing, though.
Say again?
It's showing a little bit that you got somebody inexperienced calling the shots.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I don't think you can let Bellinelli and Ilyasova walk. Maybe one of the two, but not both of them.
But I think that whole thing was tied to trying to keep that $35 million out there for Bron.
Yeah. And at some point,
Sunday.
I'll say at some point you got to realize that may have been a pipe dream. You know, when they started texting or started coming out that he ain't even taking no face-to-face meetings with people. He ain't worried about your elaborate pitches. He don't care who buy billboards and all that.
You kind of knew he knew what he was doing.
That kind of would have made me think, you know what? I don't feel good about this. Let me go ahead and move on, because in a free agent market where there's very little money, very few top cream of the crop players, and this year, you had to act fast.
Right.
You had to act fast.
So J.J. Redick is their primary shooting, and Wilson Chandler only played 71 games. That's solid, because he's always hurt, it seemed like. Mm-hmm. But we're going to see. I mean, you laughed at me earlier, sucker, when I told you, I said, hey, man, Ben might come back with a 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Don't hit me up talking about Ben Simmons. We talking about Ben Simmons, people. Not Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon. Ben Simmons going to come back with a 3.
Hey, dog, I was trying to be positive. Trying to be.
He needs to master 15 to 18 feet first. Crawl before you walk. Learn how to put weed weed in the bag first, then get money.
Hey, I was trying to be positive. I was like, what if he comes back with a 3? That'll change everything.
Shit.
We'll see what happens going forward. The rest of it is what it is. Last thing, basketball-wise, I'm really not happy about what I see so far at this Trae Young shit. I'm really not happy. People. He look like a little boy out there, and he taking them same Oklahoma shots in the NBA that y'all said he wouldn't take. Y'all said that shit wasn't gonna happen, but damn it is.
Yeah, buddy. No, it's just, I mean, it's something to leave it. Damn. Did you watch the speaking of something real quick? Did you watch the Lakers Kings game last night? Nope.
I saw a little bit of Bagley. Just a little bit.
Hey, that game had some. It was live. It was live from the jump. The crowd was hyped. It was into. It was like a hype Thursday night TNT game.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say playoffs, but it was hype. Bagley was balling. Fox was balling. Justin Jackson hit a few shots. Okay. I was glad to see Henry Giles get out there and play some minutes and get his legs up under him. He looked good.
That red shirt year might have helped him. It really moved.
You know, because they talked about him being a top talent when he was at Duke. It's just that the injuries he had to get past that.
Oh, we talked about it last week. This is the last basketball. We rambling, but it's whatever. Ken, we both talked about this on the side. Yeah, we are. Hey, I'm in the minority here. I want Chris Webber and Jalen Rose just to meet and fight.
I mean, I think it's past that point now. See, the way that they talk, Chris is finally coming back, and
did you see him on Dan Patrick the other day?
Nah.
Oh, he was on there. He actually spoke on Jalen and all of them. Yeah, and then Jalen responded on Get Up like the next day.
Okay, now fill me in, because last thing I heard from Jalen was he he was glad he was coming back to the campus finally. You know, he wanted to patch everything up. Jalen sounded positive. Now, I didn't hear this part. Let me hear what Chris had to say.
Chris basically was saying that, you know, he claimed he didn't get invited for the Fab Five documentary. He said one guy making revisionist history. He said, you notice everything's about him. He wasn't the best player. Just he's not feeling Jalen. And he said that Jalen's talked about him a good bit. And then Jalen came out and, you know, said the same stuff, talking about how Chris done lied, so on and so forth. He's going back. And Jalen made the best point ever when he said, hey, man, you got to clean up your image when you're trying to get into the Hall of Fame. So, of course, you're going to go back. They just need to lock up.
Yeah, okay.
Just get it out the way. And be homeboys again. Y'all, what, 42, 43 years old, give or take?
Yeah.
Get that shit out the way. Everybody want to see y'all win. Everybody.
Exactly.
Let me get up out of here. What do you think about T.O. having his Hall of Fame ceremony at his college? University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
I think this is his form of probably compromise. Because yes. I'm pretty sure, you know, he's heard from Prime, from Deion. He's probably heard from Ray Lewis, numerous other, you know, Hall of Famers or soon to be Hall of Famers. You know, like, look, T.O., you know, the Hall of Fame is something that to be cherished. This is a once in a lifetime event. You worked hard to get here. You deserve to be here. Why not come and you know, and celebrate and celebrate your career with your fans, with the people that actually rock with you. Forget the naysayers and all, you know, and basically the voters.
Right.
You here now. So the hell with them. They don't even matter no more.
Who cares?
They don't matter no more. Get up there and give a Michael Jordan speech.
Hey.
You know? Call
everybody up.
So I think a lot of people talking to him probably finally got to him, and I think this is the medium, his compromise going to his college. I don't know how that's gonna work. Are they gonna bring his gold jacket there?
My only concern, dog, please let some people show up for that shit. Please let some people show up for that shit.
I mean, you two Chattanooga,
25 folks.
I mean, Chattanooga. How big that auditorium is?
Oh, it can't be super big. I mean,
1,200.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully, he can fill that up.
I'm pretty sure people would go. As a matter of fact, Chattanooga ain't that far from here. You know what I'm saying? I like T.O.
I do too.
That might be a road trip.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, let's keep on the 49ers. Happy days are here again. We started earlier part of this year talking about your boy Reuben Foster, and it didn't look good. Didn't look good at all.
If it does not fit, you must have quit.
And you know, the more we went into the season or the off season, it just wasn't looking good. But then there was a little glimmer of hope, a little light, when Oprah came out and said that she was lying. He didn't whoop her ass. She got her ass whooped.
Right.
On him. And so they came out today and they gave Reuben Foster 2 games. Now, I want to say, I don't know if you hit me back about this. Now, did they throw out the weed in Alabama?
Either they threw it out or the charges, the case is resolved. I'll put it that way. Okay,
so I'm thinking these 2 games are about that weed because it ain't about the domestic violence.
Yeah, they said it's more or less about the substance abuse policy and the violation of that because he was already in the program technically before his diluted sample from the combine. Mm-hmm. So any other thing, no matter how minor it is involving drugs, even if they dropped it, you still have violated the policy. Right. So that's where his 2 games comes from, along with the you know, he had the weapons charge as well.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
because they found the guns, and come to find out with the guns, they were purchased legally. They just weren't purchased legally in the state of California.
Well, here's the big question I got to ask you. Big question. Do you think this got his mind right?
I honestly don't have a good grasp on Reuben. I say that because I'm not the biggest Alabama fan. I'm not an Alabama football fan at all. I just know that he wrecked hell. I just watched him on the field.
Yes.
You know, and everything that happened with him last year, you know, when you talk to him, he says the right things. He sounds like he got his head on his shoulders right. Yeah, he's got into a couple little incidents, but, you know, he's young. I think he can work past it. If this don't scare him, nothing will.
You know what should have scared him? John Lynch saying if he's convicted, he's gone.
Yeah.
Bingo, bango. He's gone. So if you don't have your mind right with this, I don't believe there's another strike out there for him. There's not one.
Not with us.
No.
Probably not with us. But the way that boy runs sideline to sideline,
he fast.
Somebody will pick him up.
Oh, if y'all cut him, I believe John Gruden will snatch him up real quick.
Yeah, he ain't clearing wafers.
No, sir. No, sir.
Not at all. So, we'll deal with it for the 2 weeks. We got the Vikings and the Lions.
Yeah, y'all might go 1-1 in that because I don't believe Detroit is very good.
Yeah, I told you it's going to be with the first week we picking Kirk Cousins off 2-3 times. It's happening.
All right, we're gonna save this last story. We're gonna shine some light on this cat. But this the next story, real quick. Julian Edelman's PED appeal got denied rather quickly.
Saw that. It's been about a week since they had the hearing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't read the detailed report, but I'd like to know what they came up with, because last I heard they didn't know what the hell it was.
Right.
And since they don't know what it was, it ain't on the list. So what did they suspend him off of?
Let me ask you this: who throws the ball to Julian Edelman?
Brizzle.
Okay. What did he do when he was faced with some fuck shit?
Keep fighting it.
Took that shit to trial. Hey, we might be looking at the same thing going forward, because they said that he was willing to take this shit to criminal court.
He said that, but he probably thought he was going to get off, and that was probably lip service. We're going to see. But if Zeke Elliott didn't teach anybody anything last year, man, take your games.
Take the games.
And let's just go ahead and roll with it. You can come back. You'll be back by October, by the bye week.
You'll be fresh legs.
You know what I'm saying?
Take it, deal with it, move on. All right. We talked about. I'm going basketball, and I'm going back to the NFL. We talked about the end of Lob City. Lob City was known, that was huge in LA for the Clippers.
Right.
The Legion of Boom. Well, I guess I can't say it's over with because the safety's still up there.
It's over.
Okay. So
it's over.
Cam Chancellor basically came out yesterday and said that he's likely retiring because he survived some nicks and bruises, but he can't beat this neck injury. Dog, you broke your neck. Ain't no shame walking away.
No, not at all. And I'm surprised it went on this long, because this whole time, he been kind of saying we're gonna see. I'm thinking he progressing. Come to find out, they say this shit ain't healed at all.
At all. I mean, that's the second one they lost, because Cliff Averill too. He got lost to a career-ending injury.
Yeah.
You know what? They should have got more than one. I mean, we know Pete fucked up that one, but they should have got at least 2 or 3.
At least 2.
Yeah.
They had 2 in the bag.
They had 2 in the bag.
And if you can get 2 in the NFL,
back to back at that.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Yeah, they're gonna go down. Damn.
They're top 10. I can't say 5, but they're top 10 all-time defenses.
I was about to say, you got the 85 Bears, you got the
Tampa that year they won.
Tampa, and you got those 2001 Ravens.
2000 Ravens.
2000 Ravens.
Yeah.
And they all only won 1 as well.
Yeah. I guess that doesn't sustain because you put all your money on defense.
Right.
Offense is basically what managers, so it doesn't sustain.
Yeah, but they had the second one.
Yeah,
like 1 yard away.
They had it.
It was right there.
That's gonna be such a dope 30 for 30 when it comes out. It's gonna be so dope.
It's gonna be even dope when we get the real. I almost said the tea, but when we get the real scoop on from the players as to how they really felt during the end of that Super Bowl, how that carried over to the offseason, how that carried over to the next season, and how things started to eventually just kind of wither.
If Russ would have audibled out of that pass and handed that ball to them players, to beast mode, he'd have been a folk hero there.
That would have called for him to be something other than a textbook company man, though.
Yes, he is very much so a company man.
He's not going away. He probably knew damn well as soon as he got that fucking play in his helmet. What?
Right. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a couple years, but didn't Marshawn just run for like 5 yards the play before that?
Right, the play before.
So it was a pretty good chance he could have gotten that end zone.
They had the momentum. Because, when I think Doug Baldwin caught a pass on the sideline, a lucky pass on the sideline. And I know I went,
Curse.
I went, damn, these are the luckiest motherfuckers ever.
Yes, that ball went up in the air. He turned around. It was right there. But yeah. So
if it were me, if I would have got that play call in my helmet, I would have been like, no, I would have been to the side like, what? I can't hear you. What?
But that's always gonna linger with that Seattle team. It's always gonna linger.
Hey, guess who doesn't care?
Oh, I know you don't. And I mean, and I can't blame you for it. I mean, that was 2.
Yeah, that was 2
in a row. Man, shit went downhill from there. All right, big homie. That's about all I got. Oh, did you see that Cam Newton thing with that IG story? It was a motivational thing, I thought, but I knew people were gonna be all over that shit because he was cursing all in it. He's basically telling people he don't do shit. I don't do shit just to do shit. I do shit to motivate y'all motherfucking asses to go do shit. And of course, it was all over the TV today. All over the TV today.
Oh boy, Cam.
He does it to himself, man. I mean, he does.
See, it would be hard for me to be in that position because half of me is like, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm all with that bravado. But at the same time, the other half of me is like, man, you a franchise quarterback. You know damn well you can't be moving like that.
Cam has wide receiver swag playing quarterback.
Wide receiver DB swag. You're right about that.
And that you can't have that and be a franchise quarterback. It does not work.
Yeah. The only way that works is you go to the AFC, to your conference championship and win Super Bowls year after year. They have nothing to talk about.
That's it.
That's the only way that works.
That's it. Otherwise, it's not. You're giving them people stuff to talk about. And it was motivational. I got what he was saying, but I was like, man, they're going to crucify him for this damn cursing. They're going to kill him for it.
And Cam should know that anything he says outside of the script is going to get dissected.
That's it.
He knows that.
And I don't agree with, you having to be the cookie cutter.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to have some personality.
Right.
But in the NFL, it doesn't roll that way.
Right. I mean, I feel the same way, but you got to, like you said, you got to balance with wanting to do shit your way with all of the backlash. Because when that shit start coming, you got to start answering these questions, and your teammates got to start answering these questions. It ain't just about you at that point.
You know what could solve all of this? If he throw over 63% and not throw all them damn interceptions.
To who?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he does that, he good.
No, I'm saying to who? Who y'all receivers again?
Oh, we got some receivers this year.
That's right. I did. Okay.
We got some receivers this year. But nah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. Winning cures all. You can smell like pure D shit. You throw some winning on it, sprinkle that. Hey, man, it turns stuff around.
Yeah.
So, but if you throwing 58% and, interceptions left and right, you ain't helping yourself. Because at some point, he's not going to be able to run over everybody. At some point.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And I got a feeling this new owner, Cam's going to be up to be paid in like 2 years. They get $100 million away now, like guaranteed. That's going to have to be a discussion.
Hey, unless Cam falls off a cliff.
They should keep him, but you handing that type of bread away, it's going to be a discussion. Because him and Russell are due right around the same time. It's coming. So we're going to see where that goes. It was something else I had. Well, maybe that was it. Oh, shit, we done though. Jameis Winston fired his agent today. So the dude that helped negotiate you not to get 6 games but got you 3, you fired him today?
Hey, man, we finna get up out of here. Hey, tell these people to reach me at on social media.
Holler at me. I talk sports.
We got to talk about Jameis another day.
A whole nother day.
Holler at your boy, Diego Barishnikov. You can catch me at Diego Barish on Twitter. Also, don't forget, hit those subscribe buttons when you're watching us on the YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Also, same thing on the Spreaker platform for those of you guys that listen to us on the go. Leave some comments for us as well. Facebook, IG, Twitter page always popping at AA Sportscast, so check us out. For Uncle Hate, for Diego Barishnikov, we are out. We will see y'all next week. Y'all be easy. Have a happy, safe 4th of July.
Put them phones down, people. Them people watching.
Be easy. AA Sports, baby. Shout out. Peace.